Assalamu alaikum. Greetings from the Gambia, West Africa, the smiling coast of the world. Here I go. I am Lucky Child, the Prince of the Gambia, the Prince of Africa, the Eye of the Gambia, the information prince about the Gambia. So simply the way here I go, I am in Jambanjeri, Jam City. You can simply see.
Thank you very much. Welcome to Jam City. I call it Jam City.
Jam City.
And welcome to Weekend Gambia Permaculture Farm in Jambanjeri.
In Jambanjeri.
So, Lucky Child, I am happy to meet you.
Yes.
And not only that, Lucky of the Gambia.
Yes.
Welcome. And of course, the Eye of the Gambia. Gambia today, we need people who should expose us. Not because we are small, but because we have potential to be the superpower of the world.
The superpower of the world. Can you say that again?
Of course, the superpower of the world in the area of what? Environment, of course, waste management, and then food security, and above all, climate and global challenges. And what are the global challenges? It all started from where environmental degradation, which is a dream I always think about, because nature is so honest and fair to humanity that he created everything for us for free and balance. But because of greed and selfishness and interest, then we start to destroy nature. And it all starts with environmental degradation. And because of that, we suffered. And that leads us to climate challenges. Today, the most challenging issue affecting the whole world is climate today. Climate is affecting food production. Climate is affecting security. Climate is affecting, look at what is happening in America today, that bushfire. And then Australia, almost every year, flood. So it's all related to environmental factor. And of course, abnormal temperatures. Sometimes we experience dust. So it is dictating life. So, and because of the environmental degradation, this is what we lose. This is what nature has given us for free. Before and then now. Before we have enough rain, enough trees, enough animal, and of course water. I will not talk about it. We have plenty of water sources. Anywhere you go in the Gambia, you have water. We have the rivers. We have of course, these tributaries. We have all of them, but today they are all dry. And this is what we are experiencing. Animals are hungry, they are dying, trees are dead, and few trees, and this is now. This is now. Our green land is becoming like a desert. So if you go to Badibu today or other part of the country, Farafenni area, the North Bank, they are suffering a lot. Virtually don't see any tree because we have destroyed nature. And then of course, once we lose nature, of course global warming is becoming a challenge. The world becomes hotter than normal. Because it is the clouds that reduces the temperature. Now you can see the problem affecting everyone, both the elderly generation and the younger generation. And we have to act now. Otherwise, there is no global peace and stability. No global peace and stability. And the problem started from the environment. It is not the problem of peace and stability, but it starts somewhere. So people must live a better life. So if you cannot have better life, people start to live by force. By and force. And if that happens, it can lead to violence. So why that gone there? Because it's another way of showing that there is no peace in the world. But look at what I put there. I put X. That you don't need it. Let's forget of war, crimes and violence in Africa. And then look for peace. And peace is just like a bird flying. A bird flying there. That is why I put the wall. And that map, African map there, I love it. Thank you. And it's in the middle. Because Africa is the center of the world. It's the heart of the world. And it's the heart of the world. And without Africa, the world will suffer. Do you believe that Africa is feeding the world? In fact, Africa is not only feeding the world, but Africa keeps nature for the world. Because the world is suffering so many things today. But if you come to Africa, you find it for free. For example, the sun. How many people come to Africa because of the sun? How many people come to Africa because of the trees? Or our animals. Go to Nairobi, Kenya, the East Africa. You know, there are a lot of animals. So if Africans know what we have to be jealous and protect it. If African leaders understand what we have, the resources we have, they are able to manage it well, nobody will sacrifice his life illegally and travel to the West because we are looking for a better life. There is no better life more than closer to nature. No matter what you have, if you are not happy, you fail in life. So luxury and happiness are different. And only happiness, you can get it from nature. So there is no magic. So finally, this is the most talk about the migration.
Migration.
If people destroy environment, climate become a challenge. Of course, global warming, global peace and instability, people have to look for better life. So everybody wants better life. Even birds, they
want
like better life.
Yes.
This is why birds are even migrating.
Most of the Jamaicans used to say, free the people like a bird flying in the sky.
Because birds, they always look for better environment.
Yes.
Where food is, they have to go. Where
Yeah.
water is, they have to go. Like human beings, migration is a natural phenomenon. So nobody can stop it. There is no force in the world that can stop migration. Internal migration, of course. That's why I put walking on foot from one area, but now it's erased. Some are using the
flight.
some are using the boat.
The boat.
But where there is
What
no,
will be your advice for the one them
in
using
fact,
the boat?
I say boat, no destination. So that means that if you sacrifice your life and enter in the boat, what is the first destination you think about? You either reach or you die. So automatically there is no guarantee way
Or never come back again.
Or never come back
A journey
again.
of never coming back again.
So this is why I say no destination. So, and you must know where you're going to. And you must be accepted before you can also integrate. And one thing about migration, even if you migrate, if you cannot integrate, your migration has no value. And the world has to be very careful, especially the West. If they cannot integrate the migrants, they will never have peace and stability. Because if they leave their homes, where do you expect them to stay? Should they continue living in the
western side?
In the migration, I don't know, called detention sites or refugee camps until they die? No, they have families. So you have to cater for them.
Okay, what do you think that we can stop all those using
my brother, we can only educate and make people aware and empower the people. The best way to make somebody to stay, to acknowledge what they have, is to empower them. Build their mindset and then talk to them. Tell them that, yes, no matter where you are, you can make it. And nothing is impossible. Everything is possible because God is everywhere and God belongs to everyone. Even the animals in the sea, they are always calling the name of God. So God always here, and God knows our problem more than anybody. And nobody can make you rich for today, from today.
So, Uncle Farmer,
poverty, I don't believe in it. It's only mindset.
Yes.
So richness is the heart. It is not what is around you. So people must understand that. What is the goal of life? What do I want? How do I want it? So finally, the last thing I always talk about is sustainable development. In as much as we fail the environment by destroying, we lose climate problem, become a challenge. Global warming is a challenge.
Before we go further, before we go further, I want you to let me know why are we losing of the nature?
Because of greed and selfishness. And also thinking that, everything God has given us is free. You can do anything. So please, if I am going to be a lawyer, in the future, I'm going to study the right of natural things, animals, plants, and even insects. They have right to live. So today, the human rights experts are working on right for education, right for survival, right for justice. Is there any justice for trees? Is there any justice for animals? Is there any justice for insects? So we fail the nature. This is why we are suffering. So, and then we take nature things for granted. Imagine I can cut a mango and replace it with a mango. But imagine natural tree, if you cut it today, how long will it take before you can even build that natural tree? Because you don't control the seed. For mango, you can have enough seed. But today we are losing almost all the indigenous trees in the Gambia. And today most of them are medicinal plants. And they were a gift from God. You don't plant them, you don't water them, you don't spray them, no, you don't even know how it was made. You only come one day because you have access, then you destroy. So man is a destroyer. Unless we become savior, we cannot enjoy this world. This world is not our, we don't inherit this world. This is borrowed from the next generation. So what you inherit, you can do anything. But what you borrow, you have to pay back. So let's make sure that we prepare this world in such a way that the next generation coming after us, you'll find it better than how it is today. That's my philosophy. Otherwise, they are going to inherit our problem and the problem we are causing and the problem of our ancestors. So it's better we change now so that the next generation will not suffer.
Yes.
So this is why I started this initiative. I believe in trees. If there is going to be a name for me in the Gambia, I want to be called the father of trees.
The father of?
Trees. Because I love trees.
You love the
So I
tree.
don't want to see any tree dying because I speak with them. I hear their language. If I stand under a mango, I speak the language of a mango. If I stand...
You understand what it needs.
Thank
exactly.
you. If I stand before an orange tree, I know what it wants. I communicate. So any plant I stand with, I know their problem and I
Problems.
speak with them because I have the feeling and the connection.
The connection.
So please, unless we have that feeling, you will not have the urge of planting a tree. And if you don't plant a tree a day, please, every week plant one tree. If you cannot plant in 1 week, please, every month one tree. So, or every year at least one tree.
One tree.
If Gambia want to develop, we have about 2.4 million people. So this annual tree planting, we have to decentralize it to individual tree planting. If we have our naming ceremony, let's plant trees for our kids. If we have a marriage ceremony, let's plant trees to represent the marriage day. Your birthdays, celebrate it with trees. Anything that happens, events, your Independent Day, celebrate it with trees. Your National Day, even the Ramadan we are facing, is of course you celebrate with tree planting. If the Tobaski, after the slaughtering, everything, you plant a tree. So you remember all events by representing every activity with a tree.
With a
That's
tree.
how I'm thinking about the world. Because what we cut is more than what we are planting. So you cause the problem, I also cause the problem. Because how many tons of trees I use for firewood? How many tons of trees I use for charcoal?
For charcoal.
How many tons of trees I use for furniture, for the house? So you cannot survive without trees. No tree, no life.
No life.
And this is what I believe in. So make hay while the sun shines. So of course, finally, sustainable development. Even I represent that by planting trees. This one is the small one. Then it grows to this one. So if you want to maintain this, we have to keep planting trees to make it more sustainable. So this is the first concept Famara has been thinking of well before I even started my gardening activities. This is why this is just an introductory part, and this problem is affecting globally. Environmental degradation is a global concern. Climate change is a global concern. Global warming is a global concern. Global peace and stability is a global concern. Look at the war in Ukraine and Russia. How many countries are affected in terms of food, in terms of gas, etc. So we cannot leave an eye on peace. Look at Palestine and Israel. So everybody can be a victim of not enjoying peace and everyone peaceful environment. And of course, if there is no problem, there is problem with global peace and stability, migration is a must-do thing. People must live, and people must live with happiness and better life. And finally, of course, sustainable development. And this is the first part of our interview. While we go back to the garden, then I show you what are the things I have inside, not for you, not for me, not for the present society, and not for the next generation, but I want everybody, every message I am putting to the world, I want it to be a blessing for the Gambia,
And for Africa.
for my ancestors, and for the Africans, etc. And let be a learning and a turning point. And let's believe in ourselves. The change we are yearning for, you have to start it yourself. Otherwise, we cannot even change nothing. But if we come together, even a mountain, we can lift it. But otherwise, we cannot lift even a small stone because we are divided. Once we are divided, we have no power. Thank you so much.
Once we are together.
We are stronger, and then we can do more and more and more. Because
Okay.
yes, we continue. What I want to call your mind to is this great message. I say grow your own vegetables and fruits and indigenous trees, especially the common ones. If you enter here, you not only see malina, you not only see oranges or mango. I'll even introduce you to our local trees like kaba, talo, mampato, etc. This is my dream. Do we know why God has given them to us? So I want to make more research, and I want to challenge them, all the viewers. I want to know the value of mampato, not in terms of its nutrition value, but why has nature giving us mampato? in the first place? Why are we killing them and not planting them? That's why I say this message. Cutting down a tree without replanting is a crime against humanity. So
Can you say that again?
No, let me repeat. I'll repeat this 3 times.
Yes.
Cutting down a tree without replanting is a crime against humanity.
It's a crime against humanity. Yeah.
Cutting down a tree without replanting is a crime against humanity. If I become a lawyer, this is the first law I am going to put in our constitution. I don't say don't cut trees. No,
Yes,
that's
yes.
not the argument. The argument here is without replanting. So the order should be, how much should one plant if you cut one? So I'll tell you, if you plant one, if you cut one, please plant 100.
Yes.
Imagine
So
if
that we can save the nature.
you...
So that we can
And
save the
finally,
nature.
I say, keep your environment clean and green. Yeah, and then plastic waste are dangerous to our environment. So if you enter, you will see what I am doing about environment
Yes.
and what I'm doing about plastic waste. So we can enter in the garden so
yes.
that you can see what Famara is saying and what I am doing. Because it's not enough to be talking without showing. It's not enough to be saying without doing.
Yeah.
You hear? Talking
Yes.
without action.
Action.
Talking, saying without doing. So Famara want to do it. I do it until any child who comes here can be lucky like you.
I can look like I have the
Oh,
Africa. I have the Gambia.
You're welcome.
Yes. Oh.
So that is the introductory part. So
Yes.
welcome to my garden. And the first message here is your environment is your identity. Keep it clean, safe, healthy, and green. Famara believes in one thing. Wherever I live, the air I need should be clean. The water I need should be clean. The food I need should be clean. Anywhere I live should be clean. Just look at it. So this is a testimony of what I believe in, cleanliness. And cleanliness is godliness. And cleanliness is half of your faith in God. If you have clean environment, anybody comes here,
And clean
you
heart.
have clean heart and peace of mind. So this is what I want. I want every Gambian to be responsible of their own environment. Your waste should not disturb other people, neither the government nor your neighbors. So Famara believes in one thing, generate waste, but you have to take 100% responsibility. So this is why I say the key to success is only hard work.
The key to success.
It's only hard work.
Yes. Hard work
So-
and determination pays.
Of course. So, and they also pay hard work and determination. It pays.
Yes.
Because this is why I say eat fresh and be healthy.
Yeah, man. Eat
Because
fresh
this-
and be healthy.
And it's all possible through hard work.
Hard work.
And the second one, I say grow locally and eat fresh. It's also possible through hard work.
Yes.
And then I say food security is stability.
Yes.
It's also possible because of hard work. And finally, I say your destination is in your own hand.
Yes.
You shouldn't blame people for your own failure. Blame yourself for your own failure.
Yeah.
God has given us 24 hours a day, 7 days in a week. Of course, I don't want to go further, but we all have equal chance to be rich and equal chance to be poor. So richness is not even real. It depends on how you measure it. The richest man in the Gambia can be the poorest man in America in terms of money. So how do you measure richness? Which standard are you using?
Yes.
Are you going to use the standard of Bill Gates or the standard of maybe Mohammed Jah in Gambia or even the Jah and the like? No. My brother, richness is the mindset and then the cleanliness of the heart and accommodating creation. You become rich and you become powerful. And you cannot do that, brother, unless you create partnership. Wallahi, brother. Partnership is the new leadership. We need one another. I need you, you need me.
I even want to ask you this question.
Thank you,
Because
and I will go further.
You were telling me you are doing this, but not for you, not for Lucky Child, not only for the Gambia, but for Africa and the world.
Thank you. So this means that I cannot succeed as an individual. I need people, and
You get
people
the
they need
talent.
me.
You get the talent. you get the knowledge to do it, you get the skills to do it, and then
the passion for that matter. I don't mind the money part of it. I don't want to be rich here in this world. I want to be rich after death. Because some people can be rich right now, but once they are dead, their money has no value because it will just be go and vanish. Some people can even be presidents while they are in this world, but once they are, they can vanish with all their wealth. So your legacy is how much you leave behind to help humanity. And one thing I believe in my legacy is the knowledge and the wisdom I want to pass to the whole world, and my action, because I should be responsible of my own action. And God is going to judge me because of my action, my words, and my knowledge. And of course, my wealth. And the best wealth is the one that lives for posterity. They say, greening the world is my goal. Greening the world is my goal.
Yes.
Anywhere I go, I want to see green. If you go outside my compound or you enter my compound, it's green. My community, I started making it green. If you go to the mosque, I start making it green. Even the schools and the health center, I want to make it green. So maybe one day you come, then I show you what I'm doing for the community too.
For the community,
as my community service, because I believe in one thing, green in the world, and I say no blue, no green. Blue stand for water and green stand for the trees.
For the trees.
No blue,
no green. No water, no green.
Thank you. And
no water, no green. Yes.
No trees, no water. No water, no life.
Yes,
so
man.
You see, and let's clean the air around us only with trees, because the air is polluted. So therefore we need trees. And finally, let's reduce the temperature by planting trees. So you see, farmer is repeating trees. Because I want to be called the father of trees.
Yes.
And finally, one thing we have to believe in, nature has done everything for us for free. Yeah. One of the most important organism or animal as a gift to creation is bees. And the bees are very important not only in producing honey or wax or medicine, etc. I don't want to go into the value. But one of their key role is they are pollinators. And without pollination, we cannot have enough fruits and vegetables. And unfortunately, we are losing all the bees because of firewood. We are burning fire and overusing of chemicals.
No farmer.
And this is why I say no bees, no farmers. No farmers and no food. So what will happen? So this means that no bees, no food. No bees, no farmer. No bees. So you see, the concept here is without bees, there will be no food. And it is the farmers that produces food. Before you come here, you eat. The food you eat is produced by a farmer. So you have to love and respect farmers.
Respect farmers.
This is why I say, brother, there is no better place like your own home. Yeah.
So, Mr. Farmer, can you tell us why you said no place is like home?
No, you don't choose where you're going to be born. Some people are born in America, their parents come from Africa. Some people are in Africa, their parents come from America. You don't choose where to be born. But wherever you are born, it's a destiny. So you cannot change destiny for...
It's the best for your living.
Thank you. You cannot change destiny for just foolishness. Foolishness in the sense that maybe you see the world, somebody's place better than your place. You are insulting yourself. That's why if I say people naturalize it, I feel it. How can I come from Africa and naturalize in America? What for? Only for economic gain. Imagine if I get old. Where do I expect to go? If I die there, where do I expect to go? Where are my people? Where are my culture? Where is my root? That's where you are born from. Nature has created destiny for everyone, and your birthplace is your destiny. It is not where you live, but where you come from. If you don't know where you come from, Bob Marley said, you cannot know where you're going to. Yeah. So you come from Africa, you are an African, You live like an African.
We are in the mouth of the garden, the farm right now.
Thank you.
Mr. Farmer, before you
Start
start this or before you explain this right now, I want you to tell us how do you started.
Thank
and
you.
because you were a university
Graduate.
and
I don't even
then
want to hear that graduate.
yes, and then you get knowledge whereby you can be where in the office.
I don't want to hear office.
Yes, but you reject all those.
brother.
Being a minister of agriculture,
My brother,
being
if Gambians knew what I knew today, nobody will even have a PhD, and you underrate yourself to be paid a monthly salary. Your quality, your potential is more than your ability and knowledge. Don't underrate your potential. I am a graduate, luckily, study agriculture and marketing. But from university, I said to myself, what do I want? Should I be a job seeker or should I be a job creator? One, should I be an employee or should I be an employer? Two, should I live an independent life or should I be under somebody controlling me what to do, how to do it? I said, no, I want 100% freedom. And we must fight for freedom because freedom starts from the mentality. It is not about what is around you or your success. Your freedom is how you think about the world.
About the world.
So farmers believe in freedom in the mindset.
Yeah.
And if you tell me colonization, I laugh because I am not colonized. It is my parents who were colonized. But I am born as a free Gambian.
As a free African.
Because born after independence. So therefore I am not colonized.
Yeah.
It is my parents who were colonized by the West because they control their mindset. They use them for their economic
and
interests.
they put the belief that there are trees which will not grow in Africa.
In fact, that was a crime. We have to sue them to court. So please, any tree that grows in the West, farmers say it can grow in Africa.
In Africa.
Because Africa
whoever don't believe it, bring the seeds here, or you bring the tree here to farmer, then farmer will make it.
No, they make us lazy.
Yes.
You know, if somebody control your mind, makes you just like a stupid person. And this is why our education system, they are teaching us stupidity. They are not teaching us intelligence. They don't want us to be independent in the sense that they control our mind. They don't want us to be producing our own knowledge, but they want us to depend on their knowledge. This is why Africa is still backward. Unless we have our own syllabuses. We believe in our own syllabuses that will change our economy, our environment, then we are going to be poor forever. And that's where the mindset has to come in. Farmers started this permaculture garden 2019. But before that, 2014, that was the first garden I established. Over 200 oranges there with a forest of Malana. Another garden, over 200 oranges. Alhamdulillah. And this is the third one. But when I came here 2019, it was so bushy, difficult to work even inside. So I came up designing, planning, assessing, landscaping, etc. But I do it in phases. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, etc. I do it in zones. Zone 1, zone 2, up to zone 8. Then I started working. I have gone a lot of stresses, challenges, but I never give up. Because I'll show you, if you want to be successful, never give up. If he can do it, I can do it better. Bob Marley said it, or Peter Tosh. He can do what I can. I can do what he can do. He cannot do what I can do. I can do it better. That's my philosophy. So believe in yourself and never give up, and you succeed. And thank you. When I started the garden, the first thing I'm always working on is waste management, environment, climate change, and food security, because these are also very key to our society. But you cannot manage waste if you don't take care of the plastic. That's why I said number one enemy.
The plastic bags.
Yeah, number one enemy to me here are the plastic waste, because they cannot be decomposed. But otherwise, I can reuse them. So how do I manage my waste here? I apply only 4 R's. This is the 4 R's.
What do you mean by 4 R's?
Thank you. First R is to reduce waste. Second R is to reuse. Third R is to recycle. And the fourth R is rethinking. If you apply these 4 R's, alhamdulillah, you can manage your waste. So the next thing is about environment. And environment includes your air, the land, the sea, and the water. So how do I take care of the air around me? The air is always polluted. How do I clean it? I plant trees. The land is also polluted. How do I clean? I always clean the land. Pick all the dust things in there. This is why if you enter here, everything is clean. The sea, for example, is my global challenge, because I don't want to see people dumping waste in the sea. This is why the sea itself is teaching us I don't want that inside. That's why if you go around the sea or the beach, sometime in a year you find it throws out all the rubbish we throw inside.
Outside.
Because the sea is even teaching us I am clean, don't make me dirty. So the water also is inside. God has put this soil in a way that it sieves water. That's why we always have clean water down. Look at well water. Unless you put something inside, but the well water will always be clean. Because why? God has put this soil in such a way that it sieves. Now, even the water is dirty up, but once it sieves down, it becomes cleaner down.
Cleaner down.
But unfortunately, we are interrupting with that because of plastic waste. We are burning plastic, we are throwing plastic. So we are mixing and we are using chemicals, fertilizer. We are using, of course, pesticide and herbicides, and that is affecting our water. But the most talk about thing is climate. How do we relate climate? It's always changes of the weather. At least the difference should be 35 years before and now. What are the changes that happen in terms of humidity? Humidity is the water in the atmosphere. Temperature is how cool or how hot it is. The rainfall pattern changes. Of course, the sunshine, the wind direction and speed, cloud cover. These are all problems we are causing because they are all changing.
They are all changing.
And this is why we don't have weather information. And finally, it is going to affect our food. Food must be secured. And if you want to be secured in food, you must work on 3 A's. Availability, accessibility, and affordability. How do we make food available? These are some of the things. We have to start with water and soil conservation. Because we need water and the soil to grow food. So we have to do water and soil conservation. And also continuous irrigation farming. But I don't believe in commercial agriculture because it destroys, and you cannot go without chemical fertilizer or pesticide or herbicide or even genetically modified seed. And then seed banking. We need seed.
Seed banking.
Of course, without seeds, we cannot grow. And seed is the foundation for agriculture. But today, unfortunately, Gambia, we don't have seed banks. All our seeds we buy, we plant. When they finish, we go and buy and plant. So what will happen one day if they say we are not going to sell you seeds and we don't have seeds? And unfortunately, they are selling us genetically modified seed, hybrid seeds, that you cannot even take seeds for the next season. So this means that you can buy them and grow them, but you cannot even have seed from them. And once you mix them with our traditional seed, they destroy them. So today, Africa should be very careful. Gambians should be very, especially our experts in agriculture. Do we even have our true to type seeds in our country that we can rely on, that we can take seed from and grow yearly, just like our parents in those days? They depend on their groundnut this year and then take seed from there for the next year. But unfortunately, government is supplying seeds to farmers every year. Why? Because the seeds they are giving them cannot be used again. You can grow them and have food, but they are not good. And the worst part of seed is most of this genetically modified seed, if you compare it to natural seed, we are losing almost 8% of their nutrient value. So this means that if I eat our local tomato, it's richer in nutrients than the improved tomato from America, 8 times. But unfortunately, they are working with our mindset because the local ones, we look at them as very small, but the taste is better and it looks natural. And you can take seed from it.
Yeah.
But they can come with a very big tomato size, only juicy, even no taste. But they are looking for your money and your mindset and not your health. That's why any Gambian home you go today, those who depend on genetically modified seed, they are all becoming sick.
So is this the reason why you said no waste of plastic.
Thank you. This is why I'm planting even inside the plastic.
Wow.
Yeah, these are flowers inside plastic. And then if you come here, you can see it better. I say, no nation can develop when its people are poor and hungry.
Can you say that again?
I say, no nation can develop when its people are poor and hungry.
So how can we fight that poverty and the hungriness?
Poverty and hunger, only agriculture is the solution. And agriculture is not about how much money you have, but it's the passion.
It's the passion
the
and
love
the skills.
and the skills, of course, the knowledge.
Yeah.
The person will force you to learn. The person will force you to go and look for land. The person will force you not to buy a car, but to go to the farm. The person will force you to even dress like a local farmer. But compared to somebody go to the bank with a necktie, it is the person that will make you even sit on the trees. So the passion must be there. If you value passion, you don't care about how much money, but how much money, food you have. This is the bottle. So I don't leave it anything. This is why I say this art is not inherited from our ancestors, but borrowed from our next generation. So this means that we have to take care of our own waste.
Yes.
So your waste should not disturb somebody. So somebody should not suffer because of you. I don't want to see my children suffer because I committed the problem. I should be responsible. This is why I'm teaching people, whatever you have, farmers say you can grow something in it.
So why these grasses?
These grasses serve as mulch, and also they turn into manure. Like here, you can see, after some time, you use this for planting. You can see the difference, the color.
The difference, the ground here. So this already fertilized.
So I can use the topsoil and even use it. So don't burn grasses. Carbon in the air is not good, but carbon in the soil is excellent for the plant. No carbon in the soil, no plant will survive. And carbonation is the first work of nature. If you go to the bush, what God does in the dry season is to allow the leaves to drop. When they drop, you know the secret?
Yeah.
God wants us to prepare the soil for us. It always increases the manure. When they decompose, this is how they look like. Therefore, you can have very good life inside this soil compared to this life.
Yeah.
So nature is life. Nature is creating life that you cannot go without. So if you come here and say, only thinkers and doers can change the world. So be
only thinkers and doers
can change the world. So not useless people sitting in the street complaining. Amandia. So we have to make it idea. Thank you.
Yes.
He is poor. We have to make it rich. He is not educated. We have to make him aware. So it's our responsibility to solve all problems. I say, no trees, no life. Trees are the lungs of the world. And then success comes when you never give up. Try, you fail. Do again, fail. Do again, fail. Do again, fail. Then finally you succeed. Thank you. And then manage your own waste, because my waste should not disturb anybody. This is why I'm using even kettle from the mosque. I'm using the kettle from this container. You see, I'm using this to make to use it again.
So how many? Can you tell us a little bit about the Malina trees?
Malina is one of my favorite trees in my garden. So what I have in the garden, I cannot count it. But around the perimeter, I have over 300 Malinas.
Wow.
Not within. In one day, what my children planted is over 218 in one day.
In one day.
And it's all inside, not even around the perimeter. Apart from the 800 I planted there, this is what I have for the wall. Because I believe that every year, now I don't even transplant, I only use seeds. Yeah, every year I collect seeds, I throw them. So I don't want to count how many trees I planted, because I believe that nature don't count when he's jivi. Ning alabe soro kela buka konti, kadile, yaruzuku mani yasha. That's what God said. He gives to anybody how he wants. So farmer also believe that we have to take care of the environment and then make sure that we plant as many trees as possible. Sadly, I want to call your attention to this message. I could be right, I could be wrong. I wonder, a country like the Gambia with only 2.4 million people, we cannot still feed ourselves. We are still depending on importation. 81% of rice we are consuming is imported, and there is nowhere in the Gambia where you cannot grow rice. 100% of sugar we are consuming is imported. And alongside the river bank, of the Gambia, we can grow sugarcane. We can have our own
Rice.
rice, etc. But the problem is a government that cannot even provide 10% of its budget for agriculture. How do we expect to feed ourselves? Unfortunately, this year, if you look at the budget, it's about 37 billion plus. But less than 1 billion is allocated for agriculture. So 1% out of 37 times 100, my brother, where do we go? How do we feed ourselves? Should we be a receptacle for the world to send their food to us? What type of food are they sending us? Is it healthy?
So do you believe in the word of that former president, Yaya Jammeh and Obasanjo,
My brother.
saying, grow what you eat and eat what you grow? You know why I mention them? Because they are great Africans, and I love great Africans. I love people who love Africa.
My brother.
How to call it? Obasanjo said, grow what you eat and eat what you grow. And Yaya Jammeh also, the former president of the
Farmer
Gambia.
also is adding on their statement.
So do you believe on that word?
100%, because that's what I'm doing. You cannot depend on somebody to feed you. Somebody who controls your food controls your mind. Somebody who controls your food controls your medicine. Somebody who controls your economy and health. Somebody who can even dictates how you walk on the street. Even what to eat. So it's not your choice. And you must make choice when eating.
Yes.
So farmer believe in one thing, I must have a choice of what I want to eat every day. Not what you think I should eat.
Yes.
So this is where the problem is. The West is working with our mindset, thinking that whatever is grown in Africa is inferior and low quality. But Africans, we are blessed unless we know our power and potential.
Yes, you don't complete this.
Farmer came with this idea. Oh, thank you, reminding me about. I say in the Gambian school or Gambia, English language is compulsory, while agriculture, being the backbone of our economy, is optional. This is the biggest crime committed by our educationists. How do you expect and somebody can have 8 A's and get F in English, but he will not be given access to university because he failed English? Or somebody can go to university with all good grades, but as long as you fail English, you cannot get your certificate. You have to be reciting. My brother, is it a crime to read English? It's not a crime. Is it by force that we should just a Bible or Quran that we have to learn it by force? No. If Chinese can become doctors, you learning their own language, teaching their own kids Chinese language. Why not Gambians becoming doctors using our own language?
The Indians,
the police, Pakistanis, etc. The Arabs, they are using their own language to survive.
And now Africa.
We cannot use our own language to survive. What is the language for Africa? We borrowed French, Spanish, or English. And this must change now. We are tired. English should not even be compulsory. It should be optional. One lie, tell lie. So this grammar, wasting people, lots of, what the nonsense. How would that change the life of somebody? How would even help that person to ability? We should speak our own language even in the parliament so that people understand what we are saying.
In the parliament?
Thank you.
Say it again.
In the parliament, I mean. The president is speaking local language, not English. So that the government and the people of the Gambia, they know exactly what the president is saying.
Yes.
So this is what I am dreaming today. Why official language English? When we have our local languages, sometimes the president speak Maninka or he speak Wolof. It's understood. An interpreter in English. Instead of English interpreter in Maninka or Wolof, it's a big insult. Unless we understand what we need, we cannot succeed. This is why we are failing and will keep failing. My brother, I'm using everything to grow. Please.
Yeah.
So if you check.
What is this?
This is leaf of life.
Leaf of?
Life. So this one is a medicinal plant. It has a lot of nutrition value and also.
Are you the one who name it as leaf of life?
No, that's the name. If you go to internet, just Google leaf of life or miracle plant.
Okay.
I use it as salad. I eat it almost every day.
Every day.
Please, the secret is hidden. If you want to know more about this,
let them visit.
And one thing I am teaching people also is called hydroponic, growing in water. So this is something that
you don't need to put it in the soil.
No, only water. And that water you put manure there, like animal poo. And since this one can float, you put your nana mint.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
this is nana mint.
Wow.
So Famara is working on this as my most important thing. soil is the foundation for growth. You see, and then soil is the foundation for growth. Today we need the soil. You don't even need the land. You can grow even without using land. You can hang things up. You can grow in containers, tomato in containers. So you only need the soil in the container.
In the container.
So you prepare the soil. So
is this a tomato, yeah?
Yeah, tomato.
Tomato.
Yeah.
And that's...
This is nana mint.
Nana
so
mint.
nana serves as a repellent, so that if insects come, the smell will just drive them.
Wow!
So nana serves as a repellent. If insects come, the smell will keep them out. And this also is attractant. So normally we have dead insects inside. You only put chemical here, just hang it here. So if insects come, they are trapped inside and they die inside. So here is no chemical fertilizer, no pesticide, no herbicide. This is what I call permaculture.
Permaculture.
Permaculture is a new concept, approach to sustainable agriculture, or we call it natural farming, or we call it do nothing farming. You only study nature, apply the principle of nature. No cost on you, no pesticide, no herbicide, no chemical fertilizer. So this concept of farming is more healthier and wealthier to your life and your environment than commercial agriculture, where you use over fertilization, chemicals, etc., that will not only kill you, but even destroy your neighbors and destroy the whole world.
The whole world.
Because if you apply fertilizer into the soil, believe me, 40% goes down. So he's my partner and brother, but he's going to speak in Mandinka or Wolof. Please say welcome, because he is not an agriculturist. He can tell you himself in Wolof, then you can see how you transcribe it. Then later I can continue with the interview while I'll take a little rest.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Sir, léegi jot na ci yow, he will ask you.
Yes. Wow, waji angok. So nga ne naka nak ak lo wan nak si affaire yi agriculture.
Agriculture lu jara bàyyi xel la quoi.
Yeah.
Kii suma goro la.
Ah, okay, sa goro la.
Suma goro la quoi. Moo takk sama sister.
Sa sister.
Moo takk.
Okay.
Léegi man fii lu ma andi fii sax. Dama ñëw fii sama yaay moo feebaroon quoi.
Okay.
Sama yaay bu ma jur. Moo feebar moom la andi fii faj.
Okay.
Nit yi ñuul yi quoi, parce que jëmaloon ñu faj ci tubaab.
Waaw.
Demut léegi ñu ñëw ci nit yi ñuul yi. Moom moo am fu ñu woon foo lañ demoon.
Okay.
Léegi foofu la andi sama yaay ci faj bi. Far nag ma nekk fii boo xoolee depuis daaw maa ngi fi.
Wow, yaa ngi am lu bari di jàngal lu bari.
Léegi ni moo nekk fii daaw. Boo xoolee Famara moom moo nekk di jàngal lu ñuy béyee maanaam agriculture.
Agriculture waaw.
Man ci moom laa kii. Comme li ñu ko waxee man def ma théorie mais dama def pratique.
Practical bi.
waaw dama ñëw pratical boo xoolee depuis daaw ba léegi. Comme ni ma la nekk di expliquer fii nii loolu la ñu fi nekkee. maanaam fépp fu mu dem daf may yëbbu. di ma woon nu ñuy liggéeyee.
naka lañ ko dee jiyee
nu ñuy defee agriculture bi. donc comme ni mu la ko waxee bii permaculture boo xoolee permaculture dafa bëri different lu fa nekk.
waaw
am na tamaate am na kaani am na soble am na chou-pepper orange yi ñuy foofu pépinière yëpp dañ fay jóg ci permaculture maanaam lu ñuy jaaxase la daal lu mooy permaculture.
waaw mix culture.
dañ koy mix.
Yes.
mix boobu mooy tax nga gis nii tey moom moo nekk nii ba fële.
ba fële.
ma laa doon arrosé bi nga ñëwee juste. fekk
waaw
maa ngi arrosé.
yaa ngi noonu rosé waaw.
lañ koy defaree. mais ci gannaaw fële ne le.
waaw
boobu àggawuñu fa mooy foofu lañ defar tomate ak cucumber.
ak
everything.
yes
foofu lañ defar boobu moom garden la quoi.
yes.
bokkut comme fii permaculture parce que permaculture ak lu ñuy defee bëree bokkut.
ok
waaw mais Famara nit ku ñu nar a jàppale la.
Gambia dañ ko war a jàppale ah.
voilà ku ñu nar a jàppale la boo gisee man la ku ñu nar a jàppale la. man goroom la musuma jàng agriculture mais tey li ma am ci agriculture ñu ko jàng sax xamuñu ko mu ñeme naa ko wax xam nga ma ñeme ko wax.
parce que yaa ngi ñëw si fil bi.
ay student ñëw nañ fii. student maanaam student moom day am student.
ñu dee ñëw jàng si
ñoo jàng si moom. donc léeg-léeg mu nekk tiri nu ñu koy student wala faux student mais bu ñu ñëwee fii nii diggante ba fi fekkoon Famara mu feebar mais wala confiance bu mu am ci man mu ne ma ñii yàlla ni jàngal ma ne Famara na laa mën a jàngal ñi man jànguma kii nii mu ne ma déedéet di ma la jàngal man gëm naa ni ki yow mën nga def loolu parce que li ma gis yow mu yow gaaw nga makkal li ma jàngal da nga dem nga jàngale te loolu ma am. depuis ci nawet man maa doon jàngal student bi yëpp bu ñu ñëwee fii nii ñoom sax lañuy jaaxle ñu ne yow nga la jàngaloo agriculture ma ne waaw ma jàngaloo agriculture
waaye fii laa ko
mais Famara moom moo ko jàngal ba pare tamit ma am passion ma am amour maanaam ma nekk ci ma am cofeel daal maanaam mel ni métier bu ma jàng te man jàngoo métier boobu noonu donc Famara moo tax man ma bëgg tey agriculture boo gisee tey man ma transfert ma nekkatee agriculture ngir Famara la moo tax ma ne la dañ ko nar a jàppale
dañ ko war a jàppale
parce que jàppale bi mooy lan la maanaam bu ku ñëw dugg si tool bi fii nii kenn du la wax yow boo ñëwee nga xool li nga xam ne ki fii du liggéey benn fan du liggéey benn mons mais ay iya maanaam ay at
mu ngi koo liggéey
boo walee garab bi yëpp fii neccoo bi nu mu mel gis nga fii yëpp nu mu mel moom loo xalaat fii yaa koy defar fii defar na def ay lekka mu def ko ci ay dàll def ko ci ay bëtul def ko ci voilà
di dala la nii de
di gis nga dala so lépp ci création bi la waaw pour xamal ni kii di nit bi ñu la jàppale la mais amul yàlla muy sant yàlla moo ci lu ndaw lu muy am di ko góorgóorlu mais man maa koy sant bu baax parce que tey man jox na ma li ma am mun naa ne fu mu mënta dem mun naa tiitaroo ci liggéey bi nii parce que mun naa ko def tey ba tey yàlla beneen jigéen bi mu ngi dëkk Kololi
waaw
man dama dem ci gaadinam du gaadin sax mun naa këram mais man damay dem foofu di fa def dara parce que la ci Famara la ma gisee.
waaw
donc fu ma gisee si
Famara la
mu ne ma
helmet that's a helmet
moto la
waaw
kii la ñu ngi kaa dee taxi moto bi dala la
loo fa ji
nana
waaw
gis nga
waaw nothing no waste
mu ngi fi
nothing no waste
voilà création boo xalaat fii mu ngi fi donc après jigéen boobu ci Famara dañoo demoon ci beneen tool pour liggéey léegi bu nebee liggéey ci tool boobu noonu jigéen boobu foo la gis Famara moom Famara la xam mais dafa gis man ni mën a liggéey ni mu ne Famara ne ki kàlla mu ne ko kii suma goro la mais maanaam moom ñoo dee liggéey man maa ko nekk di woon liggéey mu ne ma mais
waaw kaay leen xool
mu ne
kaay leen kaap
yaa jaaxle alors yow gisoon daal da ko gisoon
daal bi waaw
gisoo fu muy def daal gisoo da ko gisoo wala fu muy defee daana
waaw nana
yëpp si création bi la moo tax liggéey bi moom boo ñëwee fii si nga mën a xam liggéey bi nu mu mel voilà comme li ma la ko waxoon jigéen boobu après tey këram laay dem këram
waaw
laa ko defar gaadin mais tey su ma la wonee fii photo yi ma defar gaadin yi bu mu ñëwee sax dafa ne dëggantaan léegi yow moom dana la def certification parce que dafa def di ko def mu ne ma yow léegi jarul ba ma woon donc pour moo leen ni carrément agriculture lu nekk boo ci duggee yow sax loo xam ne dafa mel ni ni ma la ko waxee si sa xol lay jógee daal waaw te foo xoolee fu mu neexee da ngay liggéey da ngay lekk yow yaa ko ñëkkee lekk du keneen customer si biti
grow what you eat
voilà yaa ko ñëkkee lekk voilà bu fa la neexee da ngay defar dafay métti mais boo xasee commencé lekk da ngay fàtte métti bi parce que da nga am cofeel bi moo nekk si sa xol bi donc moo tax ma ne kii ku ñu nar a jàppale la.
Gambie dañ ko war a jàppale.
du Gambien gouvernement ñëpp. waaw dañ ko nar a bàyyi xel. parce que yàgg na ci lii mais xam nga ku ñu support yéen yi du ko mën a def waaw. mais bu amoon tey support bu bëre comme ñaam gaa dañ koy jox ay tool wala gaa dina affaire yi si lañ xam kii diggante xam-xamam ak mën-mënam parce que yaa nga ñu ne mën-mën nit ki balaa nga ko mën a xam nga ñëw moom fu mu nekk. te yaa nga yow ñëw tey même kenn waxu la dara yow.
man gis naa fu ma gis kaap man gis naa kaap de kaap mu ngi ni.
My brother, I think we can do a lot together. Kii sant naa ci moom. The reason why I say I'm happy with my in-law. Because when he came here, he's a very good footballer. Not a small footballer. He was even called for trials in their national team in Senegal. And also a coach. And he won several cups. But because our mother was sick and he came here. When he came here, football is my career. Let me go to the field. He said, no. Famara, anytime I'm coming here, I come with him. He feels that he can do it. And thank God, even if I fail, I am proud. even without anybody recognizing my effort, you all hear what he said. I don't force him to say it. He said it from his heart.
From his heart.
I don't tell people even help me, but Mom Chipopam, he is even reminding people that he needs to be helped. Why should I need to be helped? Because
You're doing
I can
good.
do more than what I am doing. And my life is only one chance. I can die any moment. But my legacy, I want it to go
leave
for
the knowledge
generation.
here, yes.
But I cannot do it without you. I cannot do it without our viewers. All those viewing, please subscribe, like, and share, and comment.
And call.
Even call and support, or even visit. Create more opportunities where people can come and see the truth about Gambia, the truth about nature, the truth about environment, the truth about permaculture. I am not the first permaculturist in the Gambia, but
Gambia.
I want to introduce people that luxury is artificial poverty and contentment is natural wealth. If you want to be happy in life, you have to be contented. Forget about luxury things around you. Work on nature. That's the natural wealth. This is why I say this message. He said it. Come here, brother. Life is not about being rich, popular, or highly educated, or being perfect. Life is about being real, humble, modest, caring, loving, and above all, kind. Famara, alhamdulillah. When I started this concept, I started teaching people in the community. I started teaching even people from Gambia College for free. Right now, I train
Even the students.
Thank you. I train over 35 students from Gambia College. They don't pay any dollars here. I give them breakfast with the help of Allah, and I give them lunch with the help of Allah. But I train them on sustainable agriculture. And above all, so far, visitors who visited here from October to now is over 600 people, including people from the West. But still, it's not enough. Even yesterday or 2 days ago, I have visitors from England. They brought him in the Gambia to start a permaculture garden. He has to come here and learn from me. So this means that farmer can even go to England and teach people permaculture.
Which is true.
Which is real. Nobody cares about farmer. Nobody thinks about farmer. Farmer is not even recognized by anybody. But farmer is struggling. Farmer is working with the help of my good family.
Yes.
So thank you. And then one thing I want you to understand here is, what are the ethics of permaculture? Permaculture has some ethics which you have to follow. First one is care of the earth. How do we take care of the earth? We have to make sure that we manage soil and water and apply the 4 R's. Take care of the waste we are generating by reducing, reusing, recycling, and rethinking. If we do that, we care the earth.
The earth.
Don't destroy the earth. It's not your property. It is not for you alone. It's for everyone. You are only given the privilege to be on earth. Some people don't even spend a day in this world. They die. Some they spend 1 day. You and me, we live almost 30 plus.
Yes.
On this earth, is it why did God has done that? Why should we destroy for the next generation? Farmer want to preserve that. This is why I'm always cleaning. Anything that will cause harm to the people around my house, you see, everything is clean. In fact, I'm doing a lot on care of the earth. Care of the people. You must love people. You trust them. You care them. And people must have trust in you. That's why I say the most expensive thing in the world is trust. Difficult to achieve it, but very easy to lose it. Trust is very important. If I trust you, I can share anything with you.
Yes.
This is why I say people care. People must trust you, and you trust people. And finally, fair share. Whatever knowledge, resources, surplus you have, share with people. My brother, somebody who cannot even, if you tell him what is agriculture, he can't even define it. But he can teach people agriculture. So imagine, so agriculture is not about defining what is the definition, etc. So
Yes, I want to see that. I want to see that. The wheelbarrow.
Come here. I could have sold this and get money. But now I am teaching that people can use this to grow. And if you look at my permaculture bed, you have to understand one thing. You integrate. plant different things inside in one area. If this one fail, this one will not fail. Now you count. This is lettuce, this is mint, this is tomato, this is okra, and this is flower. So you can see almost 4 or 5 in one area.
One area.
And then the flower will attract bees for pollination. This nana will serve as a repellent for insects so that they will not destroy my tomato.
Wow.
So you have your lettuce to cover the
Meaning
soil.
you don't use the natural chemical
No.
to...
In fact, come here. This is my organic pesticide. That's why this question is very important.
Very, very important.
And this is my manure, compost. Now you see in this container, that's where I do fermentation.
Is that moringa?
Moringa, yes, as natural pesticide.
The tree of life.
Thank you. Moringa also is good for pesticide. Neem. This is neem.
The neem tree.
Neem tree. And then Mexican sunflower is inside. And also bitter leaf, doctor. Coming for doctor.
Doctor, bitter
it's
leaf.
also there. And garlic. So I mix all this in water and then ferment it. Sieve the water and then use to spray my crops. This is why they are very healthy. So that one is cacao, of course, what we use to make chocolate.
Coffee.
Coffee is here. Okay. This one is coffee.
Okay, cacao.
Cacao, yeah. And this one is coffee.
But they put the mindset that it will not grow in Africa.
Yeah, that's why I say when you talk about, I say they want to make us, they want to control our mind, and they want to make us stupid. The other one is there. Yeah, the other one died. So you see, so this is coffee, and that is cacao. These are things that I know, and even dragon plant. I have dragon plant here.
Yeah, it is.
And this is coffee.
Dragon plant here.
No, dragon is there. I show you. Come here, please. So you see, all these are cucumbers, etc.
Cucumber.
So this is the dragon, you see, and the sugar cane. This is the sugar cane. So farmer is trying all this. We don't believe in impossibility.
Yes.
We believe in possibility. So this is great. But I will call your attention to that thing where you can come and see.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Really rich there. So this is the solar cooker. I call the solar cooker the savior of trees. Because if you don't advocate for this, we cannot advocate for tree planting. Otherwise, we are losing all our trees because we want to use them for cooking, for charcoal, for furniture, etc. But we have to direct to solar. Solar is the gift from nature, and that is the sun. Now, farmer is trapping the sun, and one of the principles in permaculture.
That's a solar?
Yeah, this is the reflector that attracts the sun. When the sun touches here, it becomes hotter and translated inside, and the black here absorb the heat. That's why in permaculture, one of the principles is catch and store energy. So I am catching the sun from the sun energy, solar energy, then I store it, and now I make my own tea.
But this is not a Chinese. It's not a Chinese
fabrication. No. This
it's
is
not Japanese.
No.
It's not European.
No.
It's not an American.
It is Gambian.
African.
African.
Farmer Abache.
So farmer is in the sun to preserve the trees. Farmer is using sun. Otherwise, I am going to spend
all
more
this
time.
is wood, yeah?
All wood.
All
Only
wood.
painted, yeah.
Wow.
Only painted. No spend much, and you can do it, and it can be applied anywhere in the country. And paying your attention to this wonderful plant.
What is this?
Beans.
Beans, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So this beans is very important in any farm. You can have food from it and also help in nitrogen fixing. And we need nitrogen in the soil because if you look at the pyramid of soil nutrients, nitrogen is number one.
Number one.
It's good for the leaves. That's why we have to integrate this kind of plant inside our permaculture beds. That's what I am promoting. Now it's fruiting and almost ripening. You can see the seed. You see?
Yeah.
So here also I can replant it also. You can see? That's why I say if you don't plant every day, please, every week. If you don't plant every week,
Every month.
every month.
Every year.
Yeah, thank you. So remember that. So you go there, you see the seedlings, and you see what we are doing. Okay. So if we are working for peace, we must work for justice.
Yes, of
Please
course.
fight for justice before we talk about peace. And then every journey begins with a step, We can do it, inshallah. Nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. Never give up. Trust Allah.
Yes, never give up.
We'll go there too. But before that, we go to the pepiniere. That's the nursery. So around the house, you can see how we keeping the environment clean.
Clean, yes.
How we want to make it green. Huh? So, like the view, huh? So even on the shed, you can grow trees. Look at this papaya.
Yes,
So people say trees cannot grow on the trees. But go to the forest. Nature is growing trees on the trees. And they are all going.
They put that mindset in
Thank you,
during
but
when we
have
are going to
prove it.
school.
Even that here, that's where I'm putting the tomato on the trees.
But still surviving.
My brother, I want to be wrong. Unless you try, you don't fear failure.
You don't fear failure.
No. I fear not trying. But if I try, I feel very happy, even if I fail. Because I don't fail.
Because you learn something out of it.
Failure is a strength. It's not a weakness. So you must learn to fail. So here also, if you look at this, an old television screen. You have your old television screen. I could have burned it or I could throw it. But look at it, I'm growing everything inside. You have your mango, you have your papaya, you have your maize, you have your lettuce, etc. All in this container. Even sour shop. So farmers say any space is usable. So come here, this banana hole is about 2 meters deep.
This one here?
All this earth come from here. So I fill it with all grasses. So this banana one day come here is enjoying. That's plantain too. So I have banana, plantain, etc. I'm using even bricks. You can see even bricks to grow. How many bricks are in compounds? Nothing there. Farmers say before you keep your brick, you can reuse them. And this is a plant that smells. The scent leaf.
Yeah, very nice.
Thank you. Very nice, good for tea.
Yeah, for tea.
So and then also, if you cook it, and look at it, he initiated this. I've been here almost every year giving out, sharing. Farmer never think about pepiniere. But maybe I want him to talk about this because he talked to me, say, Farmer, let's do this as he said. Jaruko. Because I'm always helping other people to be rich. Because I always make connection for other farmers so that they can also.
So are you guys selling this?
Not yet, because this is just an example. But in the future, we can sell it. But not now. Yeah, because we want to promote. So I want to say, to talk a little about this pepiniere, how it started. No, Nakuma say because it is your initiative, not me. I want people.
No go start, eh?
waaw pépinière bi. waaw moo nekk nii pépinière bi Famara yàgg naa ko topp nii parce que man dama lay ñëw fii every year wala 2 years dama doon ñëw fii.
di ñëw
après bi ma ñëwee ak sama feebar yaay bi nii. laa fi xaw a yàgg di ko wax pour mu def pépinière parce que pépinière lay xaalis la. boo gisee ma proposé ko loolu parce que dañuy moom lañ koy kool pour mu leen uti plainte bu ñu yëbbu ci tool yi. waaw moom du ko am mais dina yónnee nit ku ko mën a defar. voilà fu ñu mën a jënd garab bi. waaw orange bi quoi wala limon bi. léegi ma ne ko balaa ngay def noonu nga jox ko keneen yow doo ko kii nga am ci xaalis lii dafa am xaalis. ñu Sénégal yi pépinière am na ñoo am presque lii la ñuy liggéey tey moom la ñu yore seen jabar yi. mu ne hey man nga sama time du ma am time yi ma ne ko léegi man dinaa commencé defar si laa dem butuli kii ni ñu kaatee moto yi ñuy defar huile yi butuli moo nekk nii dama ko andi ma dagg ko ak sii ma ko daggee ba pare ma uti suuf si après ma def ko compost comme compost bi nga gis fële waaw voilà boobu laa jël ma def ko ci butuli bi yëpp ma def ko compost ba pare ma uti xoox yi ma ji ko fa boo xoolee diggante bi bii nii ba fële yëpp limon la
480
plants bi nii limon bii nii orange la am na nekk fële ci kii bi moom transformé ko mais yii tamit orange la boo tamit dem na presque 3 something
orange.
léegi dama ko andi fii parce que fii la gën a parce que fële la nekkoon fa laa boo xoolee fële nu mu mel fa laa ko defaroon léegi bi ma xamee léegi commencé na jóg ma ne il faut ma andi ko fii am na naaj pour naaj bi mu gaaw a màgg waaw moo tax ma andi ko fii nii ma transfert ko fii nii yëpp moom moo nekk nii waaw léegi gisoo tey mu am na léegi
lu bëri
parce que boo xoolee ci tool bi moom lii la desene waaw lii la desene mais yàlla def na léegi tey bi ma ko waxee lii gisoo léegi am na léegi pépinière ku ñëw fi tamit dina mën a am pépinière si Famara
waaw
loolu mooy suma
contribution si moom
carrément tamit
waaw moom tam doon na la xam-xam
voilà
yow tam nga jox idea
voilà delloo naa ko tamit waaw comme ni ñu ko waxee xam-xam yemul fenn
yemul
xale
fenn.
mën na ko am comme mag mën na ko dafa mel ni puso.
waaw
ku nekk mën na ko for. waaw boo gisee pépinière man gis naa pépinière Sénégal gars duñ ci amee xaalis.
wala xaalis la.
voilà donc fii boo xoolee tamit xaalis la boo xoolee bii beneen taat rek mën nga ko jaay 300.
waaw waaw.
léegi almost 400 ñaata nga war a am.
waaw.
voilà
dafa bëri.
balaa ngay uti keneen mun a ok nga béy pour sa tool.
nga béy ko why not.
voilà loolu moo tax ma ko mu def pépinière léegi pépinière bi.
First classroom.
Okay.
The whole garden was as bushy as this, but here is family land. This year we have inherited and we have divided the land as a family, as our culture and tradition. So please, I started this ideology when that I never thought it will happen this way, but I don't control it. It is not my own property, it's a family property. So right now I lose almost 20 by 20 worth of trees. And in this area, the number of trees I lose, I don't even count. But the most interesting part that makes me affected are the indigenous trees, Kositolu, Tabolu, Folelu, Kabalu, etc. I lose almost.
Okay,
all
wala ba nun firi
Wala
njana.
Banunjang. So that means that since we have divided the land among ourselves, so one day, this permaculture, I'm going to lose everything.
Wow.
So
So what we're gonna do to
unless and until those who have the money can support me buy new land, farmer can manage up to even 4 hectares, 3 hectares, 2 hectares,
1 hectare.
1 hectare. So it depends on who is going to support.
and they want to make it as a school.
As a school for the next generation, so that the knowledge, I don't care about ownership. I care about the knowledge I have, I develop in permaculture. How can it stay forever? Because one day I can lose everything here. This is a testimony.
Ito na nyimfija.
Ntelanga nyi sito fi.
Sito joji.
Now it is fruiting. 2004. Talole bejana. Nyimu taloleti. And if you come here, nyimu kabaleti. Ko sito and order, I lose almost all of them. So that broke my heart. So if my family can decide to even share this, so one day the whole Gambia is going to lose. And people in the diaspora, they are also going to lose.
Baoba.
Yeah, some of you who may be lucky to see this tallow, one day you come here, you find they cut it, just like here. And then this is noni plant. Noni plant is medicinal. President Jammeh, thank God, he brought this in the Gambia. Before you don't even know noni, but thank God this noni is a medicinal plant.
Yes.
So we have to nurture it. Even the baobab, I planted because I have the vision that we have to preserve our indigenous trees. And this is Kaba. So in this whole land, I only have 40 by 50, which is very small, even though I planted all these trees, except the bigger trees. But all the small ones, these malinas, etc., and then, mashallah. So one day I can lose it. So if I lose, it is the whole world losing. Those who are looking to watch this video, you know that one day this is how my garden is going to look like. So help me to save the next generation. I am ready to give all what I know about permaculture and then establish the permaculture farm in all regions of
But
the
this
country.
place was not like a forest. You turned it to be a
My
forest.
brother, if you here, 2019, you cannot even come here. I demarcated all this. Look at the demarcation. He helped me.
2019.
Yeah. He helped me with all the malinas around the perimeter. Thank you. Nyeti camion. All the malina. And it is only around the perimeter.
Armoire, a planche.
So, and this is only one part of the garden I established. Other 2 gardens, if you go there, you'll be amazed. So farmer is the father of trees, huh? Look
Father
at
of trees. Yes. A lot of them.
Go to the vegetable.
Little mangoes.
Thank you. So we are going towards the vegetable gardens. These are Mampato and Yindi, actually. One day we're going to lose them all.
Mampato.
Kuntanjao and Yunondri.
Kuntanjao.
Yeah, we are going to lose them all. Yunonmo local Tangoleti. We are going to lose them. The Farah, the Jamba Kankurango. You see, we can lose all this. And this is the rampart.
Farah, eh?
Yeah, Farah. You see?
Ay, mamole you ulo beba boy kang, you know.
So imagine I preserve all this for the next generation to see, but we are going to lose them. So thank God this is the vegetable side. And all this part is not even part of my share. Okay. So one day my brothers can just claim that they need their land, so I'm going to lose all this.
All this.
Yeah, I have my bees there too. We have almost 15 boxes there. You see?
Did you have free?
Yeah. So you see how it flowers?
Yes.
With bees, you can have very good pollination. So this is the beauty. So we'll go there. You'll see even the boxes. But before we go to the boxes, this is where we want to bring you. So we can go to the tomato. Yeah. So you can see farmer is not only engaged in trees, but I'm also engaged in horticulture. And these are the nursery. We have transplanted almost all. This is what is remaining. So now you see the reason why they are doing these grasses. Also on top of these beds, they are going to burn it to sterilize the soil. Burning is very effective when you want to kill the microorganisms. Bacteria, some of the like nematodes in the soil. This is onion. This is where we're going to put the onion. You see? Yeah, pepper, see the So these are all reserve water. So you see how we do our beds? Maybe
Tomato you are.
this is what So this is sticky in tomato. So we can even maintain this for any other crop. But this is what we want to tell you. But the beauty about here, all these planting, these trees come within the garden. You don't go outside because we planted some malinas. So it is the malina we use for this. Imagine if you want to go outside your garden to go and look for this, you will not find it because we lose all our forests. Or the land you're going to cut this thing may belong to somebody. So you can see the tomatoes, they are flowering, mashallah, and they are very healthy. So please come here and learn it yourself. That's the future for the country. Don't sit and wait, but always explore so that you can inspire more people.
So why you are not only planting the trees, but also you
because this one gives you immediate money. 3 months you have your money. Cucumber, 45 days you have your money. And I'm working with my mother, and of course he's helping us a lot, and also my wife. So now it is the ladies who are working here, but they have never been to school. But they can teach anybody, even from university.
From the university.
Because they learn from nowhere. And they are the one doing this. I'm not even coming. I leave everything to Sir and to my wife and to my stepmom. They are the one who did all this bed making, fertilizer application, staking, turning the soil. You can see no grass. Our garden is as clean as anywhere in the Gambia. We eliminated grass 100%. So you can see how important it is, to teach people on sustainable agriculture. So this is what I am doing, and this is what I want the Gambia to learn from me. So imagine if I have 10 hectares that belongs to the state. I can just be there as an expert.
So are you ready to build 1 hectare or 2 to 3, 5 hectares of tomatoes for tomatoes?
Of course I can do it because this is the benchmark. If you can do it small, you can do it on a large scale.
Because people are buying ketchup from nowhere. We don't know how they manufacture
Gambia
it.
Today is a disease to eat food that you don't know where it comes from. We have all the potential, but unless we form partnership, work together, those with the money, work with those with the knowledge and the expert, so that we move together.
To the world.
To the world. But if you sit there with your money, I sit here with my knowledge, where do we go?
Wow.
If government is helping, they choose, pick and choose the people they help. So sometimes you help wrong people when the right people are there and they need more help.
So what about your water issue when it comes to
water? Water is a
farming?
problem because I have only one borehole that is only 2,000 liters. Imagine only to fetch this can take you 3-4 hours. And
Fetching
it
all
depends
this.
on the sun. So imagine if you have a borehole here.
So how many tanks of them
I
are you
have
having?
almost 11 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Almost 9 here.
Each of them is 100 liters?
Oh, no, 200 liters.
200 liters.
I have almost 4 or 5 there. So make it 9 plus 4, 13. So I'm using this as water reserve. So when the sun is out, we fill them and we use the water to water. But it's a challenge. Imagine if I have drip.
Drips, what
drip
are
system.
yes.
So imagine our ladies will only be turning the soil and applying manure, etc. But there will be no problem. Thank you.
Wow.
So you can see flower. So they started flowering.
Wow.
I have the Gambia. This is what I can do. Now we come to the cucumber. This is cucumber phase 2. So this method of farming is very simple. Look at it. In one bed you can have up to 5. If you put water here, water will stay. If you put the manure, manure will stay. This is what we call soil and water management.
Soil and water management.
Thank you. We don't want to lose water. Imagine if this is one bed, you want to water, sometimes water will flow one side and other side. But here you equally water and they do all benefit from it. Easy to manage weeds and easy to control pests and disease. So this is the best method I would advise any local farmer who doesn't have the strength to do things as they want. So we can go to the phase 2, tomato. So here we are also growing, and this is
Whoa, that's the Wonjo.
the Wonjo. The
Okay,
red one
you
and
know
the
the
white
Jamaican. Come, let me show you. You know in Jamaica. That's a brother from London. He's a Jamaican. That was telling me about the red Wonjo and the white one. He was asking me, that Gambia, do you guys have it? I said, wow, we got it. You know, it's what they used to make the vinto.
one. Yeah, in fact we make Vinto handle.
Vinto with it.
Now Gambia we are blessed.
Gambia is a
Unless
blessed
we
land.
come together, we cannot succeed. And this is tomato phase 2. So you can see the phase 1 at that level flowering, and then this one is following. So maybe for phase 3 could be there. So we are waiting this one also to come. When they grow taller, then we do phase 3.
Phase 3.
While we are working on phase 3, then cucumber phase 1 has gone. Now this is cucumber
Okay, this is cucumber.
phase 2, yeah. This is cucumber phase 2.
Okay.
Then cucumber phase 1 was there. Yeah, phase 1 was here, but we harvested. Now, before we use it again, we have to allow the land to fallow and also prepare the land by doing sterilization. This is why we are using the dry grass on the bed and going to burn it so that we at least kill some of the nematodes before we start planting the onion.
Onion.
So while the onion is planted, when the cucumber is ready, this will continue becoming onion. So here I will have onion. So you see, we are doing small rotation, but continuous.
Yeah.
Small rotation and
continuous.
Thank you.
Thank
we
you,
can
thank
go
you.
to the bees.
Okay.
So you can see the bees are also taking the water. You see the relationship? They enjoy the water from here to go and then use it to make honey. You can see them.
Yes.
And then also, they are also helping in the pollination. So you can see the connection.
Well, before we go further, what is this? Tree of life?
Now come here. This
The tree of life?
is the one I saw you. It's used for mint. We use it as tea. You can smell it. And also repellent. Once you plant this along your plant, so it repels insects. So and also I learned that if you cook it, it's just like meat.
You put it in,
Yeah, you just cook it in water and then make maybe oil on
and
it.
then you throw it in the sauce like when
Sauce,
they are
thank
cooking.
you, just like meat.
Wow. So
Yeah.
how do you plant this?
No, very
Like this
simple.
one,
Yeah,
and
like
then
that one
and
you can
transplant
plant.
it.
Yeah,
I'll go maybe with one or
yeah.
two.
No, you
Just
welcome.
wow, I can spot them here. I can spot them here, innit?
Yeah.
The beeps.
Thank you.
The
You can
beeps.
spot them. They are part of the ecosystem. That's why I say no bees, no life. No bees,
no life.
No farmer. No bees.
So that's
no
for who?
food. So this, if you plant this, it will be like this.
So
Only
the goats, I know animals love it.
this. My brother, even animal law, put it in container and protect
Okay.
it. And protect it. Huh?
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we go this way. You see the bees and we go
Wow.
back.
It smells nice. I love it.
No, it's a repellent. And here wood ash. Very important in any farmer's farm. This is called wood ash.
Wood ash.
Yeah, we normally burn the dry leaves of
How do
mango.
we call it in Mandinka? Sebuto.
So this sebuto,
Kabumpok.
thank you. This sebuto, we normally use the dry leaf in the compound.
Yeah.
After when we sweep,
Kabumpok.
after when if we sweep it, we burn it one side in a way that we can collect the wood ash. The wood ash helps to neutralize the soil, to reduce the acidity. And that acidity, when it's too much, can lead to stunted growth. This is why the wood ash help in the neutralization. And it is also rich in potash. Potash is very good for roots. And then, yeah, phosphorus is good for everything, flowering, fruiting, but potash is good for the roots. This is why we apply wood ash. And before we even do the transplanting, we apply the wood ash so that we can neutralize the soil, because we are always working on the soil. So we have to improve the soil, because the soil is the fountain for growth. And also we have to heal the soil to save the planet. Heal the soil and
save the planet.
Can we repeat together?
Heal
Heal
the
the soil
uh-huh.
and
Save the planet.
Thank you.
Save the planet.
And heal the soil. So, thank you. So we can go to the
Oh.
So this forest here,
Uh-huh.
some of these sticks come from here. Imagine if you don't put this forest here, we cannot have sticks.
Oh,
And
yes,
thank
the
God-
sticks that we are using for the tomatoes.
Thank you. And now what they cut there, in the next 2-3 months, if you come here, you find them all grow again.
Especially in the rainy season.
Not even in the rainy season. Malaria is just like the air.
So what about those posts is there?
But those are the bees. And that's where we are going to.
Those posts, those red post corpses over there.
Oh, yeah, in fact, we have the table. We are using the table for the boxes of the bees. But my partner left Gambia for Sierra Leone. So he went with those boxes and table. But thank God I have another friend or a partner who is doing this. So we are soon harvesting because now we realize that we have some bees here too. You can see the first box there. I think you can zoom. You can stay there.
Okay,
So this is where we have the bees. You can see 1, 2, probably 3, 4, up to 5. The other ones they have the opening the other side, so I cannot tell. But we are sure we are soon checking the box because it has been here for almost 4 months to see if we have honey. But we had harvested before.
So like you don't go closer to it?
No, we can go there, but it's not safe. You know, if I want to protect.
Yeah, because I took the spray.
And not even spray. You know
Okay.
why they like spray? If they introduce spray to the honey, they are promoted. These are just like human beings
Humanity, yeah.
because it's special smell that will change the honey. So if any of them, the workers take anything that's scented well, they promote you. So that is why they like spray. And they only don't want to bite you, they only need the spray. But if you refuse, they bite you.
They
But
bite
the
you.
saddest thing is, any bee that bites you dies. But they have their king, they have their queen, they have their worker, they have their soldier,
Yeah.
they have their inspector.
Like the way we
My
even
brother, they are social insects. So no bee,
yes,
no farmer.
no
No
farmer,
farmer,
no-
food.
no
So
food.
this is why farmer is promoting bees, you know. Thank you.
And then all these are not waste.
No, because now you can use this as manure.
Manure,
And,
fertilizer,
you know,
yeah.
thank you. So in permaculture, you produce no waste.
No waste.
Once you don't use it there, it has something.
Vibes Carter, one of our Jamaican singers said, not in a dust and not in a waste.
My brother, and
Yes,
that's the truth.
we
Nature-
can use to waste to make more money.
in fact, waste in the future will give more money than any other thing because now the world has to think about taking care of the waste.
Even the ferries are going on. If ferries is
Money,
waste.
nothing is fair because it depends on how
He said, not in this ferry.
you are only recycling. You are only looking for
Yes.
something that you can use. I wish plastic become ferrari one day so that we can clean our environment. So we are going back home. You can see how I designed the garden.
Yeah.
All these are roads connected. So and then everything is wonderful. Yen jalango jere.
Yes, Jalam.
So this was planted by my dad.
That one there.
Yeah, but
Yes.
I planted all these
Or this one.
small ones here for sustainability. So you can see the idea from my dad
To you.
to me, to my kids. So this is why if this land is my own, I could have done more than what I'm doing.
The father of trees.
Thank you. I become even not only father of trees, but the father, the mother, the son,
The uncle,
brother,
the grandfather.
and you can see, these
Yeah.
are all bush trees. Kosito bijani, nyimu kosito lady.
Ale?
Solam. But it is not in my plot, so I can lose it. Mampato is there. That one started fruiting. Nyimu rum palm lady. So njalango. So you can
Jalam
see.
or Rompam.
So my worry is, if I lose all this, where do I stay? How would Gambians even know all this one day? If
Because a
people
lot
are-
of students are passing
Thank
through
you.
here.
And many people are passing through here. And people are going to watch this video. One day they come here, they find nothing. How would they feel? Why not help farmers so that I can
Motivate more.
motivate more and do even more? And also establish more of this all over the country. Because anybody who comes here, you see nature.
Yeah.
Believe me, anytime you come here, you see birds. Sometimes
You can hear the birds are singing
I
everywhere.
can count more than 15 different birds by looking. Sometimes I enjoy their melody, their sound. Yeah, once they are here, you get chuku chuku chu, kiki, koko. So you can hear
Different sounds.
different sounds, and it's so loving. So this is what I don't want to lose. So you can check even there. You can see birds, climbing.
Yes, yes,
up,
I can spot them.
You
Yeah.
can spot them. So
Yeah.
this is where habitat for them. So imagine here was one time a habitat, but all gone one day.
One day.
Yeah, so it can happen anywhere. So farmer is feeling something in the heart. You see, I planted over 50 of these in this garden. Imagine if all these are connected. How much money the next generation can get from only Kaba. So you can see how I'm thinking about the life.
Kaba is lost.
I am not looking at myself. I prefer to be poor, but I want my kids to be rich.
To be rich.
So that tomorrow, if I'm hungry, they can give me food. But if I'm rich and they are poor, I fail.
Yeah, you are.
So that's why everybody has two generations, that of yours and that of your children. So we have to work for the children. Not you, not me, we are old. My beard is white. It can never be black. So what do I leave behind? Is it money? Yes, it's good.
The knowledge.
But the knowledge. Not only the knowledge, but this is the tree, the father of trees. So this is what I inherited from my father. This is what I want to pass to the next generation. So that's why inheritance to me should not be how we divide our parents' property, but how we continue the legacy of our parents.
Yes.
Yeah. Because if you keep dividing, selling, we are going to lose the legacy of our parents. So you come this way and see. And these are palm. This is Mexican sunflower. These are palm trees. That one is cola nut. This is, of course, passion fruit.
A passion fruit.
Yeah, this is tango, new technology. If you come here, you see so many things I'm doing. So this is pineapple. You can see the pineapple.
Yeah.
You see, and these are of course lime, but this one is grafted lemon or lime.
Okay.
So the stock is lemon.
And also you have flowers over here.
Of course, these are things I grow up, just I share with people. I don't even sell. And this was the shortest orange in the garden, that fruits. I harvested oranges from here. You can see I cut from here. This is where I harvested.
The most shortest one.
Thank you. The shortest in the garden, less than 50 centimeters. This is guava.
Is that how to call it? Tamale, yeah?
Yeah, this one is flamboyant.
Okay.
It's different from tamarind.
Okay, okay.
So here, this is how I water it. You see, I initiated this irrigation system.
Wow! Is that a bit empty balloon?
Yeah, empty color, so you can make it a drip, just like dropping. You see.
Yeah, water is dropping out.
So you can see, adjust and then reduce. Now it's dropping. You see, dropping.
Yeah,
so you can look at it, how healthy it is. So you don't need to water every day. So brother, these are some of the things that I am doing. And if you come here, look at this mattress. So this mattress is just like a nursery to me.
Ooh!
Mattress. Thank you. I'm using the leaf of life because this one, I call it great plant. You only put the leaf and water, it will start germinating from the edge. So,
wow!
And this is the medicinal plant. And you can see some of the containers I even hand them. You see, so to tell the people that wherever you are.
And that's Soto, eh?
Soto, thank you. And
Soto.
This is one of the most important plants in my garden. Now water. You see birds coming here every day.
Where you get right, yeah?
Thank you. And they like this more than our tomatoes because this is what God has made for them. So before we lose them, that's why they are destroying our tomatoes. And we have to preserve this so that our tomatoes will be safe.
Definitely.
Because this is the problem we cause. That's why we are suffering in our tomato farms. If we can bring this back, there will be no problem with our tomato, even with our
Even
spring.
our rice fields.
Thank you. Because
Yes.
what nature has catered for them, we destroy it. And now they have no choice. So they have to eat by force. This is why they have to eat our tomatoes, our cucumbers, etc.
Etc.
Because we force destroy their environment and
they are
destroy
living.
their food and their, of course, their freedom. Birds, they like this kind of environment.
Yeah.
So imagine if there is no tree here, they cannot even have habitat. Where
no,
they
no.
sleep. You have seen the birds there.
Of course, I
So
see a lot of them.
why are they here, not in other people's garden? Because here they have better environment. So you can see, if you come this way also, you can see what farmer is doing. my brother, I may look stupid, but this is something that anybody can use.
Yeah.
You see? So, Famara, and this one is a sensitive plant. If you touch it, it closes.
Whoa!
If you touch it, it closes. So, this is what we call Mimosa pudica. It's a scientific plant. And these are some of the things I use to water. Like here, I remove, you can see water dropping from here. So I teach kids how to water without even, And if you look at here, this is coquette thrown in the street. Any lady, look at it. If America can use this, why not you? And this was the toilet slab thrown in the street. Football boots, you can see. I know Messi will love this.
Messi, Ronaldo.
So these are some of the things I'm using. If you throw your shoes and don't need, send it to farmer can make use of it. Because I want to teach everyone. So finally, last but not the least, we believe in wanting sustainability, love, environment. Yeah, quality.
Ale?
This is the plum. We call it plum. No, not plum, but kumindiko. You see, so we are losing all this, but I am preserving. You see, and this one, moringa, what it means, never die.
Never die, tree of life. Plant. I love it, Dogo.
Yeah, sour sop, etc. You know, seedless lime, but seedless.
Seedless lime.
Yeah, so, etc., etc. So I thank you so much
Yeah.
for coming here. Now it's almost time for prayers.
Yes.
We go and pray, inshallah. Maybe after prayers, I do the last word.
Yeah.
So I am happy to receive you on behalf of my family.
Yes, all right, at the moment, as we said, the king farmer in the Gambia, the farmer that inspired Gambian brothers and sisters who are in here and out there, especially the young ones who are growing. So here I go, I am Lucky Child, the Prince of Africa. He's the one that gave me the name, the second man to call me the Eye of the Gambia. So simply the way, stay tuned and focus. Lucky loves the Gambia, the Eye of the Gambia, the Eye of Africa, the good information about the Gambia. We not sell wrong news and bad news, sad news about the Gambia. So here I go, I am ready to exploit the Gambia through agriculture, through developing Africa, because they said every citizen have a role to play. This is the role that I have to play for my nation to change and develop the narration of the Gambia or narration of Africa, what BBC and CNN or the people of the West and what they talk about Africa, hungry children, violence, crime and war. I want to change that narrative to show you Africa is beautiful. I can change it, the narrative through by my agriculture. We can change the narrative by our great Africans. We can change the narration through our great pan leaders. So I can call him a leader because he's doing wonders in the Gambia, trust it. So call him, talk to him live and direct. We will drop the number in the ending of the video. Talk to him live and direct in case if you want to support him or you want to have an advice or you want your son or your daughter to pass through, is ready to take the whole world. What would be your last and final
Thank you
message?
so much. Africa is one of the richest continent of the world.
The world.
I am proud to be an African.
Yes.
I am proud to be a Gambian, for that matter.
Yes.
And Gambia is blessed.
Is blessed.
As long as we have people like you and people like us and other people who are maybe listening, subscribing, like and share. And then also comment.
Yeah.
And please, we cannot develop as a nation if people are hungry and poor. And the problem in Gambia is, how do we have leaders that would help people out of poverty cycle? Poverty is a vicious cycle. And it starts with low income, low savings, low investment, and of course, low production or productivity. So, the only way we can do that is to make people aware, educate them, empower them, support them, give them knowledge. The ABC of development is knowledge. And knowledge gives power, and power gives wealth. So if we want to develop as a nation and as a country and as a continent, we have to depend on knowledge base that will change the mindset that would make us more productive. Why Africans are leaving to the West? Because this is what they did. They work on the knowledge part of their economy. They make everybody productive and automatically they are developed. So that's the ABC of development.
And knowledge.
Knowledge give power, and power give wealth. So on that note, my dear Gambians, or those who are going to view this video, invest in the Gambia.
That's what I want to even
Thank
ask you. How will the Africans in here in Africa and the African or African Americans or the African Europeans or African Asians who are out there with their multi-million-dollar pounds, with their skills, with their knowledge, how would they invest back to Africa, make a joining hand to African people, to African government to develop Africa?
I would advise all leaders in Africa, don't underrate the ability and the power and the people who will change our continent. The fastest people that will change our continent are the African indigenous living in the diaspora.
Diaspora, say it again.
Because why? They have seen the best part of the world. They have seen the worst part of Africa. They have seen the best part of where they are. If they can bring the good part from the West and the bad part in Africa and they change it to be good, then Africa becomes the continent of yearning.
Yearning.
We have Africans in the West who are inventors. We have Africans in the West who are doctors. We have Africans in the West who are millionaires and billionaires. We have Africans in the West who are the best players in the world. And they are getting millions. If Africans can unite under one umbrella and use the diasporan mindset and bring them all back on board to develop our nation, from leadership position to investment to knowledge sharing and order. It is not good for Africans to leave Africa to live in the West. Why? Because where you live is a gap. Where you go, you are adding a problem. So if they don't integrate you, where do you go? They become beggars in the street, drug addicts, kill people, they come with gangsters and groups. How do they even integrate you into their society when they need money, when they need food, when they need shelter, and they are not catering for you? You are only a third-class citizen, not even a first-class citizen. And it is in Africa that you are a pure first-class citizen, and nobody can change it.
Never.
Please, diasporians, come back. Here is your home.
Yes.
And invest. And don't only invest. The leadership in Africa, accommodate them. I should be ready to sacrifice my position and give them the power to lead the country. I know the best president in the future for Africa are going to be African in the diaspora. Because they have seen the best part of the West, and they have seen the worst part of Africa, and they can bridge the gap, and they can know what we need.
That's why I always big
security,
up them
technology, energy, education, food, etc. The mistake caused by the West can be solved by them because they are part of the system. So they are there because of opportunities, looking for opportunities. But they have to come back and save Africa because Africa is crying and Africa is bleeding. I read one book, Cry the Beloved Africa. But farmers say, save the beloved Africa. If Africa fails, the whole continent will fail. Thank you.
So stay tuned and focus with Africa. Lucky loves the Gambia. If we want to make it, to make impossible to be impossible. Africa, we can make it in here with or without going out. So I would love to extend my greetings forward to friends and family out there who always subscribe, like and supporting my platform. In England, Finland, Netherlands, Holland, Norway, Germany, Sweden, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry, Ghana, Congo, I can't forget and Balap, my people there in Taiwan, China, Congo, and South Africa, I can't forget to Balam. Big up whoever passed through this video, make sure you share it to friends and family. Kachikali Bambo Manila out there in Germany, Buckingham Palace, I can't forget my people there in England, in America, I can't forget my people out there. So whoever want to make a joining hand with Farmer Abaji, simply contact to him, talk to him. I simply call him.
This is my number, 732-4511. Or you follow my page, We Can Gambia Permaculture Farm.
We Can Gambia?
We Can. Because I use the name We Can because I believe that Gambia, we can do it.
Yeah.
But based on what? Love, unity, harmony, trust, and above all, commitment. And be patriotic to your country.
To your country.
If you love your country more than yourself, then you succeed.
I
Thank you.
love the Gambia.
Thank you.
And I love Africa.
And we will only be
Yes.
strong when we love each other. So I love you from today forever.
I love you too.
Thank you.
Because you love the trees, you
Thank
love
you.
animals, you
Thank
love the
you.
Gambians, you love
So
Africans.
please listen to Eye of the Gambia. It's not only the eye, but today I will add. He is the eye, he is the ear, he is the nose, he is the hand, he is the,
The
leg,
face, the
face
face.
of the Gambia.
Thank you very much. Respect for that. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, nice meeting you. Stay tuned. Call